Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Court. If you are new here, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back. Listen, we're going to get into this energy, y'all. I know it's been intense, okay? I know the new moon, full moon, going into May Taurus energy, April Taurus energy is different from May. It's a completely different polar opposite energy. April Tauruses are different from May Tauruses, or at least the energy feels that way, y'all. Are y'all feeling it? Chime on in. Let's converse. Let's have a conversation. I want y'all to comment respectfully, obviously. Archangel Michael's in the building. Listen, we're going to jump into this reading. I've already called in my appropriate protection. I just came out of a really deep meditation, y'all. And it's interesting because what I had anticipated or planned to be maybe a 30-minute meditation ended up becoming a 3-hour meditation, okay? And it was so intense. The final message that I got out of it was, you're too powerful for them. So whoever I'm channeling for, okay, my beautiful divine collective, you're too powerful for them. Whatever it is, whatever it was, you're too powerful for that shit. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? Archangel Michael is here, defending you against the wicked snares of the enemy, whoever they are, known and unknown. Protection. You have been prevented and or protected from some type of harm, okay? Listen, this is divine intervention. This is your good karma. This is righteous justice. This is what it looks like, okay? Vacation. So you're in this getaway, relaxation energy. This could be visually, energetically, literally getting away, relaxing, and or having fun, okay? This also says hopeful. Somebody's feeling hopeful, inspired, optimistic, and very successful. Beautiful overall energy, Divine Collective. Let me just say that this meditation was so intense. It was so deep. Overall energy for the Divine Collective. I feel collectively we have slayed some powers and principalities with the help of divine intervention, spiritual help, the angels, okay? The supernatural beings outside of us, the ones that are on assignment as well to bring some form of balance to this planet. I feel like we've slayed powers and principalities that have never been slayed ever. We are the anomaly. We are the divine anomaly. We are walking intervention. We are something new up under the sun. Why? Because we really want things to come into balance. We really don't want the world to be destroyed by hate, racism, sexism, classism, all these weird ass demonic schisms, right? It's by way of our willpower is what I just heard. We willed it to happen. We're willing it to happen. Hopeful energy. Archangel Michael. So the universe is showing up. My ears have been ringing all day. So a lot of you could be going through ascensions, okay? Then you got lustful energy, greed, by any means necessary and inconsiderate. This is what I mean by we're done with this. What is this? That lustful energy, that glutton for wealth and money, will do anything to get it. Listen, we're all here to have a good life. We all can have a good life. There's more than enough for everybody to go around. But these energies that are on purpose, like infected with this gluttonous energy, greed, me, I, type of energy, by any means necessary, destructive energy, it's absolutely been eliminated. I'm going to say that again. When I came up out of that meditation, it was supposed to be 30 minutes. In between the dream state, the REM state, the consciousness, the meditative state, heavy deep breathing, my full spiritual body was awakened to some things on a level that I know my Soul Tribe family also got that message. I know that for a fact, okay? It was an astral travel, spiritual trip that was necessary. Absolutely. Hopeless, lost, depressed, and suicide. Whoever these people are, okay? All these people that kept sending nasty energy. And when I mean nasty energy, I don't mean, oh, somebody's just, they're a little jealous and then they, they look at themselves like, why do I feel this way? No, these are people who were relentless, going to practitioners, paying for death spells, sacrificing animals, drinking the blood, spilling the blood, putting the blood on your picture, graveyard dirt, candles, jars. I mean, insidious behavior, people that just would not stop unless they got stopped, and they got stopped by the divine collective. Well, welcome to spiritual court. I always say take what resonates and leave the rest. It's not going to be for everybody. Hopeless energy, loss, depression, and suicide. That's an unfortunate energy. And as crazy and unfortunate as this is, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But that is a true energy. Okay? Some of these people feel lost. They feel depleted. Five of Swords is the energy. Okay? They feel like all that work, and what did it get them? Nothing. Hopeless energy. Because at the end of the day, you really have to look at your life and say, hey, how am I validating myself? If not to anybody else, myself. How am I holding myself accountable to the things that I do? And so to be in this distorted way of thinking that you can, render some type of harm or inflict somebody with something, a death, disease, hopelessness, suicide, whatever they sent out, whoever these people are. It was a very tarnished and warped way of seeing things. They could never, on their worst, good, bad, indifferent day, do anything to the divine collective. Because once we took a universal stance collectively, we opened up a can of universal whoop-ass that was long overdue. It's like, how many times we got to put y'all in timeout? How many times do we have to transmute the energy? How many times do we have to say, no, don't do that. Hey, don't do that. Hey, I know you're burning black candles in my name. Don't do that. So these people wanted to poke the bear. Under the Scorpio moon? Okay, I'm just saying. The full moon will be in Scorpio. That was not a good choice. So whoever they're consulting with, they should have really consulted with the divine collective, High Priestess energy. That was not a good choice. I don't know why they did that. Because for us, it's celebratory. We're happy. You know why? Because we really don't want to deal with those energies anymore. To say that patience is a virtue is an understatement. My beautiful divine high vibrational ancestors, ascended masters, hey, how you doing? Spiritual team, my guardian angels on assignment, assigned to me by the divine, source of all things, please keep my heart chakra in alignment so that I can channel this energy in honesty and truth for those people that really do need that truth and clarity, and really just to give the high priestess something in addition to what it is that they already intuitively feel by way of these discerning nudges, right? Okay. So say I, so say we. I feel like, yeah, it's a wrap. Five of Pentacles, loss, depression, suicide, poverty, lust, greed. So you had sex spells and death spells. Make it make sense. And binding spells. So you had people wanting to be bound to you who were doing death spells, sickness spells, and sex magic. Does that make sense? Why would anybody bind themselves to death? That's really what is going on here. That's really what somebody did. Somebody wanted to bind themselves to you, and then they did a death spell. So is it not obvious that they've called down death on themselves? What appeared to be an intelligent decision is really something that doesn't make sense. Lust, greed, sacral chakra energy, right? So you transmuted a lot, divine feminine and masculine, by way of your creativity, your sacral chakra. That's where everything is born, right? Sexual energy, Five of Pentacles. These people are lost. I wouldn't wish suicide on nobody. I'm going to be honest with you, okay? I won't go too deep in my past, but I'll tell you this. I've talked a lot of people out of suicide. And I'm just going to say this. The people that the Most High used to intervene on somebody's life who was contemplating suicide, the Most High used me. to talk somebody out of suicide. You know why? Because they really wanted to be talked out of it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's it. It really was a genuine cry for help. Okay? Somebody's in the Five of Pentacles. So these people could have sent out suicide energy. I just heard suicide mission. They could have sent out suicide energy, poverty, stress, lust, greed, vampiristic energy. Whatever this is, you've been prevented from some type of harm, disease, danger. Divine intervention is absolutely here. You got the Four of Cups. Depression, sadness, missed opportunities, regrets. Five of Pentacles energy, hopeless energy. I feel like at some point, as ignorant as this is, this energy, these people were enjoying doing this magic. Three of Cups energy, they were celebrating. They thought they had it all figured out with the King of Swords energy. Somebody thought they had it all figured out. And then you got the Tower. This is somebody's practitioner, King of Swords. Yeah. Somebody thought they had it all figured out. Somebody was waiting to hear that you had been unalived, or that you had unalived yourself, or that you had lost everything. Okay? The King of Swords in the Tower. This is somebody's practitioner. Clarify the King of Swords in the Tower. Please and thank you, Holy Spirit, here in Spiritual Court. Thank you. Ten of Cups. Family member. Clarify Ten of Cups. King of Swords in the Tower. And the Five of Wands. This is us together. United, divine collective, energetically, spiritually. Not only putting a shield of protection over yourself, but protecting those people that are truly ascending to their highest good, like genuinely, right? You can't fake that. You can't fake that. You can't fake that energy. That energy is real. We know who's mirroring us and who's not. Ten of Cups. This is us coming together collectively saying, you know what, enough. Soul Tribe family energy. That's what that family energy is. Five of Wands coming up against these old weird ass, by any means necessary ass attacks. Clarify. Yeah. Three of Pentacles. Somebody's getting a reading. Somebody's collaborating. Somebody's trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Clarify this principality that somebody sent out. Clarify this principality. A principality, Three of Swords. They got to feed this thing. This thing is hungry. Whatever this conjure was about, whatever they did, whatever this recent magic was, new moon magic, this could have been 3 days ago. Something was supposed to take 3 days, is what I just heard. Three of Swords. Okay? This could have been sickness, death, a tower, something like that. So now that they've conjured up something, because look at 3, 3. 3 is very significant. But 3 plus 3 is 6. That's balance. 10. These are balanced numbers. The only odd number is conflict. Five of Wands. Five of Pentacles. Okay? This could have been some type of chaos spirit. Look at the synchronicity. 4, 5. 4 plus 5 is 9. 2025 is the year of number 9. Scorpio endings. Death. Yeah, somebody was trying to end you. Okay? And something was supposed to happen with like real fast. This tower was supposed to whip through, come through real quick, and you weren't supposed to see it happen. Or happening, or coming, or whatever this is. Clarify the Three of Swords. Give me current energy, please, and thank you. Yeah, Page of Cups. Okay. Something about a vision. Clarify the Page of Cups. And the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody was putting in work. You hear me? Again, the reason why somebody's life is in shambles, they're feeling hopeless and in this energy, is because they were so negligent, consistently, diabolically negligent, over and over. Somebody did something over and over. Seven of Cups. This person's stuck in some type of illusion. They can't seem to get out of some type of loop mentally. This is spell work that backfired. Clarify the practitioner. This person made a lot of money. Somebody at a distance. Ten of Pentacles. Now, I did get the energy that somebody was going to be traveling under this full moon. Or something like that. Let me just see something. What's the name of this full moon? I know it's going to be in Scorpio. This next full moon coming on May 12th, what is the name of that full moon? The flower moon. Interesting. It's called the flower moon because it's given because it marks the time when many spring flowers are to bloom. So this lets me know that somebody was willing to do anything by any means necessary to cultivate some type of weird ass energy. Okay? Whatever this is, it backfired. There's a practitioner at a distance that is asking for a lot of money in order to dismantle whatever this is, control the principality that's on the loose, whatever this is, because this thing wants to eat. That's what I just heard. Okay. This practitioner at a distance who makes a lot of money. 10 of Pentacles. 2 of Wands. Could be out of the country. Okay. Who makes a lot of money to get something done is asking for a lot of money to get something done. Okay. So this person, as you're taking a vacation, this person may need or say that they're going on vacation. They're going to go get spell work done. Or they thought. Okay. Let's just see. But I feel like they're in the 5 of Pentacles. I feel like they've already spent their money, to be quite honest. They ain't going to do a damn thing. Somebody can't even afford to pay attention. They should have paid attention. That probably would have been the best thing that they could have done for themselves at that time. But to say that now, I feel like it's too late. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands. Somebody's looking crazy. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit, give me current energy. This Principality, Justice is here. Okay? Libran energy. Clarify this King of Swords and this practitioner. Show me this person, this people. Somebody was waging like some type of an attack against the collective. This is not just one person in the collective. This is us as a group, okay? Ascending. You got the 7 of Wands. That's a lot of people attacking, okay? As we stand our ground. Even still, we have the biggest wand. Archangel Michael's got your back. That's what I just heard. Clarify what's going on. Show me this Principality. Yeah, I can't make this up. You got the biggest wand. The 9 of Wands. So some of you intuitively felt the need to protect your energy. You could have done protection prayers. You could have read a scripture. I just heard Psalms 91. Come through Psalms 91. We are Daniel in the lion's den. What's good? I can't make it up. Faith is the evidence of things not seen, but absolutely hoped for. We did this collectively together. And this is how we took down this principality. Page of Wands. This is like education. This is like reading, learning, scripture, something like that. Whatever gets the job done. For some of you, you write your own prayers. Even better. Either way, we collectively slay a principality. Clarify this person at a distance as practitioner. 4 of Wands. It's a community of people. This is a group of people. So this is like a group. 4 of Wands is like a community, association. Toil and labor, 8 of Pentacles, they were working really, really hard to do something to the divine collective. What's justice? And the 8 of Pentacles for this group. They're trying to alchemize something. So they're trying to put a demon away. Something that they conjured up, some type of spell work that they did. Somebody paid a lot of money to get it done. New moon energy, okay? Flower moon, waiting for something to grow and bloom. And all they ended up getting was a tower. So now these people are trying to control the spirit. Is that what they're trying to do? They could be trying to cast this thing out. Because I feel like we casted it out, but it went back to them. Knight of Pentacles energy. Somebody's trying to make an offering. Possibly to this principality. Clarify what's going on, Holy Spirit. Yeah. Interesting. You got the Queen of Cups energy. You could be exposing this. Or something's being seen through a psychic energy. Clarify the 2 of Cups. And the Sun. Yeah, something's being exposed. I feel like somebody came in with a fake partnership. This came up in the reverse, 2 of Cups. Trying to get close to you or something like that. So this is somebody that made an attempt to get close to you. 4 of Cups. It was a missed opportunity. 5 of Pentacles. Now they're in the 5 of Pentacles. Lost. Depressed. I feel like somebody did some type of spell work. It backfired. And when they realized that it wasn't going to be successful, they tried to come towards you. With the Knight of Pentacles energy. Clarify this principality though. Clarify. It's the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This was a shitty offer. It's a bad offer. This is not a good person. They're not celebrating you. Okay? Somebody was desperate by any means necessary. What is this energy, Holy Spirit? Show us what we need to see. Clarify the principality, the Empress energy. It's your essence that they wanted. So this was the assignment. To get your essence clarified. Queen of Pentacles in the upright. And your ability to manifest. This is your sacral energy, your grounding energy, your root chakra energy, your heart manifestations, your gifts, alchemy, your natural organic alchemy. You got the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Clarify a death spell. Yeah, somebody was sneaky. Somebody thought they were slick. Somebody thought, oh, we're going to get this done. You got the Seven of Swords and the Emperor. This could be a father figure. Clarify the Seven of Swords and the Emperor. What happened? The Hermit. Virgo energy. King of Wands energy. Somebody's being slick. Who is this person? Who is this person? Knight of Wands. Somebody could be helping you or rushing in to help you. Knight of Wands. Why? Oh, because they're down. That's why. And you're standing in your power. So there's an Emperor who was probably an Emperor in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. Hermit in the reverse. Somebody's gone through some type of an awakening or realization that something ain't working on you and a group or something. And this person is like rushing towards you. Possibly even trying to protect you. But this is them. Ten of Swords. They're down. This is somebody that tried to betray you in the past. They're running towards you because you're standing in your power. You got all the power. So what exactly does that mean? You know, when you have practitioners that channel energy for hours and hours and hours, they're giving you their power. Whether they want to admit that or not, that by any means necessary, diabolical energy, like what is that? They're giving you their power. And this is why somebody's rushing towards you. You also have a fake offer. Somebody got desperate and tried to come towards you. This is a warlock. Somebody wanted to control you. Two of Cups in the reverse. You could have seen that coming. So whoever this King of Swords is, Tower energy, somebody's birthday could be in October. Three of Pentacles. Somebody's birthday could be October 3rd, October 4th, October 5th. Something like that. I feel like that's the practitioner. I feel like there's a principality. Why am I feeling a principality? Like a very dark energy that we took down. I feel like, and you know what's so interesting, y'all? I've been seeing stuff by way of foresight. So this could be something that's to come. Yeah, Spirit says, yeah, this is something that's going to come. So this hasn't happened yet. So we are currently doing that. Let me just explain the way my meditations work, you know, by way of astral projection for me. Okay. I don't go too far out into the realms. I like to stay nice in a nice equilibrium by way of balance, just so I can get the best of all worlds and get what it is that I need by way of what my higher self feels is necessary information for me to take to the divine collective, right? And so lately I've been channeling things in real time as if they've already happened, but they've yet to happen. So I'm in that cosmic foresight energy, channeling new timelines. Nothing outdated, nothing old. Although I can see that these people obsessively, compulsively, deliberately kept doing something over and over and over in the past. Okay? These are people that were doing spell work nonstop. These are people that emptied out their bank account. That's what I just heard. Somebody emptied out their bank account? Yeah, they did. Damn. This was supposed to be some type of massive hex. You could have been guided to seclude yourself, go into hermit mode, separate yourself, go into some type of self-reflection and soul searching. So when I'm manifesting like that by way of the truth, y'all, like when I mean manifesting, that's what meditation is for me. It's a way of manifestation. Even if in its simplest form, it's manifesting truth and clarity for me to be able to see. So that way I know what it is that I'm seeing, what it is that I need to apply, what it is that I need to share, what it is that I don't need to share, what I need to leave on the shelf for maybe a later time to process maybe later. That is what that meditation is for me, okay? And so I could be channeling foresight, y'all. Somebody could be taking a trip. Somebody could be on their way to go take a trip. Somebody that they paid a lot of money to. That's what I just heard. Yeah. Show me this person. Somebody's really messed up. Very fragmented mental state. Look at the way this person's mind is all over the place, trying to put the pieces of the puzzles back together and all kinds of stuff. Listen, this person did this to themselves. I don't know who this is, but we're going to pick up on the energy. I'm being guided to use these cards, and so I will be obedient. Let's just see what's going on. In the middle of the deck, you got the High Priestess energy. So you're very much aware. You're tapped in. You ain't tapped out. Your third eye is wide open. And you got the Hierophant. Come through, Divine Collective. This is us. I can't make it up. I definitely resonate with this energy. Yeah, star energy, public eye energy, High Priestess energy, okay? Giving information, helping, teaching. Page of Wands energy is like providing information. I know that's right. Holy Spirit, beautiful angels, as I put on the full armor of God, please remove any confusion, energies, anything that is attempting to attach itself to me, the beautiful Divine Collective, my beautiful home, my beautiful animals, my beautiful children, my beautiful husband. I do appreciate that divine intervention immediately. Please knock that shit over and leave these people out in the courtyard for everybody to see so that we know what it is that they've done. Let their spiritual resumes be made available to everybody based on what it is that they did towards the Divine Collective and those people that are chosen to just kind of bring balance. Let it be seen. So mote it be. 6 of Cups, okay? Something about the past. So this hopeless energy, this is spin the block energy. This is some type of spell word that somebody did not think was going to come back around, okay? But they kept doing it over and over. So how is it that you didn't think that this was not going to spin the block? At some point, you got to know that you've planted enough diabolical seeds that at some point some shit's going to go down. Like, how you didn't know? Can we just be real here in spiritual court? Like, spiritual court is also about common sense. But sometimes common sense is not as common. Somebody was greedy. Somebody was a glutton for control. Clarify what is going on here. Nine of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Why is this person here? Some type of an offer. Two of Pentacles. More Capricorn energy. Two of Pentacles to balance something out. Somebody could be trying to transmute something that they sent out. That spent the block on that ass. Yeah, this is a fake ass friend. 3 of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody that seems like they're celebrating you, but in reality, they're really trying to do something dark. Now they're feeling hopeless. Yeah, I'm going to keep it real, y'all. And I'm very, very sensitive to the energy when I channel it to this capacity. But somebody's contemplating whether or not to unalive themselves. This is how messed up they are. So whatever they sent you, they had to have known that there was no coming back from it. Clarify this person. Yeah, they had to have known that there was no coming back from it. With the Moon's energy, somebody that had a hidden motive, a hidden offer. This could have been more than one person. The Moon's energy, 3 of Cups. This is Cancerian energy, 2 of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, and air energy. There could have been an earth sign, a water sign, and an air sign. Whatever this is, it's over. Somebody had to have known that this was dangerous spell work. This is not just your average run-of-the-mill principality, but I feel like somebody has something to prove that you weren't chosen, that you weren't blessed, that you weren't protected. Well, somebody effed around and found out. Like, let's keep it real. Okay? You got the King of Swords. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. 10 of Wands. Somebody is stressed out. Weighed down. Because they're bound to this shit. This could be an entity attachment. That's spiritual jail. A fall from grace. Clarify this King of Swords. The Emperor energy. This is a leader of some sort. Could be a Gemini energy, Emperor energy. Clarify the Emperor, King of Swords. This person is in heavy regret. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. If this is a practitioner that somebody sought out after failing to unalive you, after failing to just kind of rip your life to shreds, you know. This person should have left well enough alone, but they sought out another practitioner. Whoever this King of Swords is, this person is kicking themselves in the ass. Somebody is saying, I should not have done this. Somebody went against their better judgment. Oh, excuse me. Hold on, y'all. Somebody don't want that to come out. Somebody went against their better judgment and they did something anyway. So If there's a group of people, I'm getting like a minimum of 3 people. Yeah, there could have been 3 people after unsuccessfully doing some type of magic or opening up doors and conjuring up something that they knew nothing about. Very premature magic, very immature magic. It's not based on anything solid. They didn't have a reason. They just wanted to see if it was going to work type energy. They played around, effed around, and found out now their lives are in shambles. And these people are contemplating whether or not they want to live. Now, when they sought out this practitioner said, initially, they said to themselves, I shouldn't do this. And they went against their better judgment. This is what happens when you ignore your intuition. And if you're blessed enough, you also have, accompanied with that intuition, discernment. This person, this practitioner, ignored their intuition. 4 cups. This is somebody who knows better. Clarify this King of Swords and this Emperor energy. Child, they on the run. Running from the principality, running from the demon, whatever this is, 8 of Cups. This could be the person that might need to go to a distance. What is this practitioner going to do? What's going on? I feel like they're leaving these people out in the cold. Yeah, they're going towards another leader. Aries energy. Somebody's going towards another leader. Maybe somebody that they feel can help them. 4 of Swords. Libran energy. 8 of Swords, Gemini energy. Loss, depression, suicide. This is a lot going on. I feel like the person that is taking the hit is the practitioner. Because they took a lot of money to do this work. And they went against their better judgment. They broke spiritual law. Somebody knows that you didn't deserve something. And they took the money anyway. Okay? There could have been, these people could have begged this person. They could have begged this person. Somebody could have been just completely desperate. Like, please, 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 please type energy. Clarify this King of Swords. Somebody was begging this person to do this work. Yeah, this is over. This is over. First of all, this person lost their power. This is supposed to be like the guy. If he says that within 3 days somebody's going to be unalived, his track record is just that. He talks a good game. His chest is puffed up. He talks a good talk, and when he says it, it is ashay. However, he had to leave this shit out in the cold. I just heard this is his first loss. So he's never not been able to do spiritual work and it not work. This person knows that you're blessed and that you're anointed. This person knows that if this didn't work on you, you're just like them. And when I mean just like them, I don't mean willing to do anything for money or ignoring your intuition. I mean, they had to find somebody just as powerful as you. But the only difference is you don't have any blood on your hands. You ended a very powerful principality and a practitioner. This person's looking for some type of help with the 8 of Cups and the Emperor. They were told to do something under the moon, under the graveyard, something like that. In the graveyard, under the graveyard. Why did I say under the graveyard? Somebody could have buried something in the graveyard. 10 of Wands, now they're stressed out. Whatever this principality is, it's on somebody's ass. We casted it out because I feel like this is an overall collective energy. Strength in the reverse. There's no power transfer here. Somebody wanted your power. Somebody wanted you depleted. Somebody wanted you down. Who are these people? What the hell do these people got going on? It's your gift. And somebody paid a lot of money, but the Ace of Pentacles, this is like a spiritual gift and inheritance. Something that you're supposed to get. This could be monetary supplement. This could be a spiritual gift. Yeah, look, your soul team, your soul tribe, your everybody, your soul tribe, your spirit team, the ascended masters, the universe, the Most High, the divine, creative all things. It's like making sure that we get this Ace of Pentacles energy. This could represent new beginnings. It's a resurrection type energy. Reviving things that were once depleted and dead. Because of your courage, because of your faith. Taking that leap of faith. Dang. Clarify what happened here. Page of Cups. Something about a vision. This is yet to come, y'all. Show me this practitioner at a distance. So they're traveling. This practitioner could be en route as we speak. Give me current energy right now today. Yeah. Divine intervention is here though. Okay. So this is why we're able to tap into the energy. This is like a heads up from your spirit team to continue doing whatever it is that you're doing. It's working. 3 of Wands and the 8 of Cups is this practitioner seeking out possibly somebody more powerful than them. Another emperor, another masculine. There's 2 emperors here. This could be somebody's brother or somebody that they treat like a brother, like that. This is somebody that's going to hopefully get them out of trouble. I just heard no. Why did I hear no? Why did I hear no? The Star. Because your destiny can't be touched. Something's fate. Something's fated to happen. With the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, and the Star, that's a lot of divine intervention. That's a lot of angelic intervention. That's a lot of the Creator saying, hold that up. You didn't effed around and found out about these right here. These are my chosen. Stop playing. The Hierophant. If you went into your shadow collective, these people would lose their mind. They can't deal with your shadow. This is why we stay in the light. They don't want to see you in shadow. Ciao. I just laugh. That's all I can tell you. 10 of Swords. Yeah, they don't want to see you in your shadow. 7 of Swords. Somebody thinks that they're still going to get something done. This is current energy. Okay. Clarify. What are you trying to do? So by way of foresight, we're seeing the future. Yep. Look it. Spirit is saying, I'm going to show y'all what these people are planning. So somebody's en route right now. They're either en route, they took a trip last night. Last night was the last night. Or they're about to take a trip under this moon's energy, Taurus energy, because they want the wealth and possessions. Taurus energy. They want something. Ace of Pentacles energy. Ace of Swords energy. Okay? So this is why the divine is giving us a heads up. This has not happened yet. By the time you get this reading, it will have. This person will have already been en route to whatever this energy is. Whatever this is that they're going to, it's fated to happen. Clarify fated to happen. Yeah, it's fated to happen. They're in a haste. They're rushing. They're trying to get there by the full moon. Somebody wants to use the power of this moon to do something. So wherever they're traveling to, wherever they're going, out of the country, somewhere like that, they're communicating. There's an itinerary and everything. They're communicating, okay, with the 8 of Wands, talking to another practitioner, and the Hangman, some type of sacrifice. Clarify the people. Clarify this Knight of Pentacles energy. The person that paid for this, yeah. I thought so. This is big, y'all. This could be, I could be channeling people who consider themselves to be celebrities. I could absolutely be channeling that energy. Page of Cups. I mean, not Page of Cups. Yeah, Page of Cups is here. Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles and 7 of Cups. Delusional. Making choices. Somebody has to make a choice. Yeah, somebody's got to make a choice. Hold on, the card just fell. Oh my goodness, y'all. I did sit-ups. My body. Yeah, somebody's got to make a choice because they're trying to transmute something. So you got the 6 of Swords. Somebody's trying to transmute something. I could be picking up, like I said, on people that consider themselves to be celebrities. And this principality is terrified of the collective. This could be a jinn, a principality. Hell, it don't matter. Something. Somebody got something at their altar that they're running from. Ooh, I know you lied. That shit off your altar. This is what happens when you violate spiritual law. This is what happens when you violate spiritual law, because honestly, whatever this is, it's already finished. Somebody's just literally walking right into some type of fate. It's fated to happen. Yeah. So this is why Spirit is allowing them to do it. And I just heard keeping them in the blind while they do it. So whoever this is, somebody's like thinking that this is going to be successful. They're planning it. There's an itinerary. They have to be there by the full moon. Okay, if they're not going out of the country, they could be going to another state. I just heard California, Georgia. From Georgia to California, from California to Georgia. Why am I hearing that? Yes, Spirit said. Texas, Mississippi. Somebody's all over the place. They might have to go through these states to get somewhere or something like that. But somebody is like getting advice from somebody at a distance. Even if they're in the United States, they're talking to somebody at a distance on how to do something. The woods could be real significant. Somebody could be doing something in the woods or something like that. A cloaking mechanism. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Divine. Thank you, Higher Self. It's a cloaking mechanism. Something to cloak themselves. Okay, I'm getting a vision of people in a circle chanting. Something like that. Cloaking. You weren't supposed to see this coming, but we're channeling foresight. Meaning we're seeing the future. Okay? This is what they're planning. This is what they're doing. This is what is going to fail. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. High Priestess energy. We're seeing the future, y'all. This is what somebody's planning tonight or something that they started last night. New moon energy. 9 of Cups energy. Something about the next 9 days. Something like that. Trying to gain some form of a wish fulfillment. Why am I seeing these people in the woods? Clarify the woods. Yeah, they're trying to get out of poverty. They don't want to lose a position or something like that. 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. Trying to get out of some type of poverty. This is giving me like, also, you know what this is? The 5 of Pentacles in the reverse. It's almost like the inability to harvest energy too. Yeah, like this is like a poverty spell that backfired. Somebody thought they were going to harvest your energy, take your energy in order to manifest some form of abundance, wealth and possessions, Taurus season energy. That's what I just heard. Like somebody saying it has to be done now with the Taurus energy, wealth, possessions, the way the planet is lining up. You're in divine alignment on your assignment, scorpionic moon. Somebody wanted to dominate your wealth and your possessions. But with the 5 of Pentacles in the reverse, you broke something because you're coming up as the High Priestess with the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment. So somebody wasn't able to stop something for you. They weren't able to shake your foundation. That's what I just heard. Why am I seeing people in the woods? What's going on? 5 of Swords in the reverse. What the heck is going on? Yeah, listen. These people have been caught. They failed at an opportunity to leave you defeated, depleted, broke. They could have wanted 555 energy for you. Something could be significant about Cinco de Mayo. 559. May 5th and May 9th. These people, you know, they have some level of understanding of numbers. Death is what I just heard. Death to your resources or something like that. But you balance something out. You're the High Priestess. You're not lacking anything. Never will you lack anything with the 2 of Pentacles. You balance something out. You're literally transmuting energy before these people even get a chance to do anything. It's already been blocked. So if they're getting resources or they're getting prepared for this, you know, event, if you will, it's already been blocked. Look, 5 of Pentacles in the reverse and the 5 of Swords in the reverse. I feel like they wanted you to feel defeated, depleted, and in the 5 of Pentacles left out in the cold. I can't make this up. 9 of Swords. Stressed out? This is them. Because again, High Priestess energy is like intuition. Getting intuitive nudges. Seeing what you need to see when you need to see it. Warnings. Okay? Two of Pentacles, you transmuted this. Nine of Cups, you're getting your wishes fulfilled. Clarify these people in the Nine of Swords and the Five of Swords in the reverse. So that means that all this stuff got to go back. This is something that they planning. Look, they still going to do it. Seven of Swords could be the next 7 hours, the next 7 minutes, the next 7 days, honey. Something could be significant about May the 7th. Cinco de Mayo, 5/5/2025. Death and endings is what I just heard. This is what they wanted. In order to reap the benefits of your gains or something. So this is like energy harvesting, destiny harvesting, something like that, or wanting something from your wheel of fortune. Yeah. Crazy energy. Seven of Swords. This is what they're planning. This is what they're waiting for. It's the harvesting energy, to harvest off of you for power and strength. Ooh, child. Clarify what's to come for these people. Child, complete and total heartbreak. This is why they're in this loss, depression, and suicidal energy. This is the reason why. Because this is what they kept planning to do. This is what somebody's been doing. This is what somebody has been successful at doing. Unfortunately. Until they ran up on the wrong divine collective. Whatever this is big, it's global. The sun is coming out automatically. It's shining real bright in my window. That's confirmation. The heavens are shining light on this. Burning away some shit. Fire energy, I just heard. Something about fire sign energy. That's war energy. You know? It's like, well, if we have to light your ass on fire and burn y'all up, you know, and send you to hell, then so shall it be. Three of Swords. I can't make it up. What's going to come of all this work in the woods, jumping on planes and buses and trains and whatever they doing or whatever this is, heartache, separation, devastation. You've already transmuted something that somebody hasn't even had a chance to send out. And let's just be clear. By tonight, with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords, somebody's already in the, look, they already in the Nine of Swords because they know that you see. You're a spiritual leader. A spiritual reader. You read spirits. Yeah, this is what you do. You're a medium. You have the gift of prophecy, I just heard. Emperor energy. You're a leader. You're a teacher. Queen of Cups energy. Psychic energy. Emperor energy is leadership. Beautiful masculine and feminine energy. I could be talking to just the divine collective overall energy. So you 1,000 steps ahead. Child, Nine of Swords, and clarify the witching hour. Child, the angels have already been dispatched. To the witching hour. When I tell you to listen, the angels are not playing with this 10 of Pentacles for the divine collective. They ain't got time. They're not playing with these people no more. They wanted to mess around by any means necessary. They're about to around and find out. Temperance and 10 of Pentacles, child. The angels have already been dispatched in the midnight hour, in the witching hour. Clarify the witching hour, Holy Spirit. Yeah, I can't make this up. They like to come when the righteous are resting. When you're resting, this is when they like to send their attacks. Okay, so they could be in the woods in the night. Child, I know you lied. Spiritual court is now in session. Justice. Big Libran energy. Okay, clarify this Four of Swords. And Justice. You got the King of Swords here. There's an air sign that got something to prove. There's an air sign. Big Libra energy. Justice, Four of Swords, Libra energy, King of Swords. This could be this practitioner. That ain't doing too good now. The Lovers. Gemini energy as well. So there could be a Libra here and a Gemini. This could be two people, feminine, masculine, taken as a resonance. Clarify what's going on. Divine intervention is here. You got somebody that's got something to prove, and then you got somebody. This is like two King of Swords energy. It's interesting because somebody's really cloaked very nicely, very divinely. Okay, so I won't dig into that anymore. I feel like they want it that way. And with all due respect to this beautiful divine intervention, somebody is like whooping ass behind the scenes. This could be a soulmate, the Lovers. Somebody adores the collective. Somebody really wants justice for the collective. Ace of Wands, they are walking divine intervention with the Five of Wands. This is like ambush energy, witching hour energy. These people don't even see this Ace of Wands coming, y'all, which lets me know they ain't got no spiritual gifts. They can't. Clarify this practitioner that's at a distance. Show us these people. Yeah, I'm telling you, I'm picking up on two energies. I thought so. There's a feminine Queen of Swords energy. Could be a Libra, could be a Gemini. This person knows that they've missed an opportunity. Four of Cups. I just heard missed their target. Queen of Swords energy, Four of Cups energy. Somebody missed their target. Somebody allowed their own like arrogance to play out in a way that they just look crazy. This is somebody that prides themselves on being intelligent. They really inflate their own ego, and they're in the Four of Cups. 4 and 5, that's death. Clarify the witching hour. Yeah, this person's about to catch a tower. They could be spazzing out in the witching hour, in the middle of the night, cussing, fussing, mad. It's the principality or whatever this is that keeps returning to them. It's almost like we did them a favor, Divine Collective, when we casted this thing out. Whatever it is, we casted it out into the abyss collectively. This could have been based on prayers, scriptures, laws of Ma'at. Whatever you're doing on a high vibration collectively to help the collective, we slayed the biggest principality, and somebody keeps going to conjure the damn thing up. Like, didn't we put that thing to sleep for you? Did we not do you a favor? And you keep going and reigniting some type of a diabolical contract? Bitch, judgment and the tower in the witching hour. That's what you're going to get. There's a Queen of Swords. I don't know who this person is. Okay? And a King of Swords. This King of Swords is an earth angel energy. Somebody that knows the truth, they speak the truth. Temperance is Sagittarius energy. This is war angel energy. And they're literally like seeing something from a different perspective for the Divine Collective. And they hold a lot of power. This person holds a lot of power. Ace of Wands. They can call down a legion of angels every hour upon the hour. Listen, they see what it is that we are doing collectively. They also can see the injustice, and they outrank whoever this person is, and they're helping behind the scenes, which lets me further know that this person who is going to end up in this loss, depression, suicidal, hopeless energy, they put themselves there. Their fragmented way of thinking, they put themselves there. Inflated ego, inflated like, what are you doing? You look stupid. Literally, because we casted it out. That means it was casted out. Everything was clear, and somebody went back because they just couldn't let things be. Somebody's like, a missed opportunity. What is that? Oh, I'm just going to do it again. 4 of Cups. And the Queen of Swords. Yeah, the star energy. Somebody going to be spazzing out. Could be in a public eye during a witching hour. I know sometimes people do readings at 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in the morning, whenever. But somebody is in the public eye with a star. Or this could be the Divine Collective. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. This is about transferring wealth. This is about transferring star status, recognition. Okay? Somebody wants to be a celebrity. That is their main focus. Okay, if they're amongst the spiritual community, it's only for the accolades. It's only for the attention, the likes, the blah, blah. Okay, great. Listen, we came here to do a work. The numbers are numbering because that's a beautiful thing. All praises be to the Most High God that these messages get out to the people that are supposed to have them, right? But somebody's here solely just for, they want to be a celebrity. Somebody wants to be worshipped. A spiritual idol, I just heard. Clarify. And this person is sacrificing anybody in their way. They love sacrificing children. With the Page of Pentacles and the Hangman. This is what this witch does. Somebody loves sacrificing children for power. So this is really how they're doing their work. This is really what their main focus is sacrificing children. This person is about to be in the 9 of Swords. This is about abundance. This is about stability, Seven of Pentacles, the Tower, and the Judgment. Somebody's ancestors have been alerted. The angels have been dispatched. I'm channeling foresight, which is very nice to channel. I mean, I've always channeled foresight, current energy, but I feel like this is absolutely a fated outcome. You know, the thing about tarot, there's alternate outcomes, right? It could be this or that or whatever. But this is something that there's only one way to hell. There's only one road to hell. Like somebody got to go. The universe, yeah, they got to go. It's fate. The wheel of fortune, strength and power. It's fated. Wow. Queen of Cups energy. Four of Cups. Somebody missing opportunity. Big Cancerian energy. Nine of Wands. Five of Pentacles. You got people you left out in the cold at a distance and they're pissed off too. Give me this energy. Show me this practitioner that was hired. This person's been exposed with the moon. So whatever this was in the woods, notice the woods, this person's been exposed, okay? This was, again, some type of ritual to cloak themselves. Some type of protective shield so that we wouldn't be able to pick up on the energy, tap into it, and channel it. Currently, by way of foresight, I'm literally hovering over it. I can see it. Show me what it is that I need to see here. Clarify what's going on. I can't make it up. Three of Cups in a reverse. It doesn't look like they're going to be celebrating. Canceled celebrations. Somebody might not make it to the full moon ritual. Something might go awry. Something might get dismantled. It absolutely will. The moon energy. Cancerian energy. Clarify. What am I seeing? What am I hovering over? Yeah. Somebody's delusional. That they can take your abundance. Somebody also is trying to do some type of fertility spell. Possibly to have a child. With the Virgo energy, Virgin energy, Nine of Pentacles, okay? Something about your innocence. For those of you that are celibate, you know, your sexual energy has been, like, purified, right? Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles and a Seven of Cups. Somebody's under some type of an illusion that they can take your fertility, take your abundance, single, sexy, and self-sufficient. Somebody wants it all. This is also like a glamour energy, illusion energy. I just heard they're spending all their money. Knight of Wands in the reverse. I've been picking up on this like prostitutes energy, y'all. And this is more than just sex. This is like succubus, incubus energy. Like somebody could literally be in the Five of Pentacles because they're trying to get money for spell work, or some spell work has backfired and they're in denial. But with the Knight of Wands in the reverse, they could actually be having sex with people for spiritual purposes. And financial ones. Knight of Wands in the reverse. It's like ooh, I just heard, it's some hoes in this house. My spirit team is funny. That's what I just heard too. It's some hoes in this house. Certified freak. Yeah, 7 days a week. Pull out game is weak. Child, I know you lie. You out here doing it like that. Yeah, clarify. They're trying to get pregnant. They're trying to get some energy. This is a little witch. Yeah, look, I can't make this up. Somebody's trying to get pregnant. So they're having sex with men for energy. Sex rituals in the woods. So they're doing that too. So there's a cloaking ceremony in the woods, some type of ritual, yes. They could have been working with other people. And then there is a fertility magic being done for somebody to get pregnant, but somebody's like sleeping with a lot of men. It's about harvesting. This is about getting energy and harvesting. But you know what it's doing? It's like, how do I say this? I just heard, because they're doing this in such a low vibrational, lustful energy with bad intentions, all they're getting is spiritual parasites. So it's just giving them a whole bunch of, because I just heard pull-out game is weak. So somebody's doing something unprotected. Somebody want to get pregnant up under the moon. Seven of Cups. Yeah, and they're finding very lustful men. But remember, there's sex magic too. So there could be things that somebody is doing in addition to just having sex with people. Yeah, they are. They're doing sex magic. They want to get pregnant real bad. The Magician and the Empress energy. Empress energy and the Seven of Cups, baby, this is an illusion. This is a glamour spell, sex magic spell. Real high vibrational men can see through the cloaking. They can see through the veil. You can see this person's real face. Now, low vibrational men that are just seeing sex, you know, they haven't ascended to a level of, you know, being able to go within. They just kind of are very visual. I just heard, you know, somebody's pleasing to the eye. They're diving right in, unfortunately. And I feel like this person's energy is getting skewed. It's almost like somebody's dirtying up their womb. I just heard their womb magic is blocked. Clarify that? Yeah, their womb magic is blocked. This feminine is not an empress at all. They want the empress energy off of these masculines. They could be using these masculines as portals. Ooh, child, we're going deep here, aren't we? Well, let's dive into it. Five of Pentacles. This is a feminine who is not fertile. They can't manifest. And they're desperately trying to put up this Empress Seven of Cups image, but they're not. Somebody's a freak. Somebody's nasty. Somebody got something attached to them that's got to feed a succubus, incubus energy. Yeah, their womb is blocked. So they're barren. Sexual energy. Unable to produce, but they're really trying to get pregnant. Like really bad. For spiritual purposes, right? To draw in a twin flame dynamic. So it's a divine masculine that they need. But this is the thing. You won't find a divine masculine lusting after a karmic feminine who's attempting to wear the essence of the divine feminine. A real divine masculine is going to see through these illusions. Look. Somebody has a whole bunch of sexual partners in. What? Clarify? Yeah, this person is crazy. Like, really? Five of Swords is like internal conflict. Five of Swords in the reverse. Trying to win at all costs, child. Already lost and still trying. Nine of Wands. They acting like ain't nothing wrong. Yeah, they want to be the High Priestess. Somebody wants it real bad. Insatiably wanting it. Two of Swords. It's a cloaking energy. So what's happening in the woods? Because I keep seeing the woods. Somebody's trying to cloak their energy so we can't see their magic because it's diabolical. Yeah. But we see High Priestess energy. Two of Swords. And the High Priestess is like blinding your third eye, but your third eye ain't blind. And neither is mine. We see. Show us the woods. What are y'all doing in the woods? I just heard fertility spell. Somebody could be worshiping a fertility goddess. Making offerings. Okay. Cups. Something like that. For some type of wish fulfillment. For a lover. For a baby. For abundance. They're doing it in the woods. Spirit says they're going to be naked and afraid. Child, I know you lied. What happened when naked and afraid, Holy Spirit? Why did you tell me that? Because the true divine feminine is balancing out her energy. So if this person is drawn in any body, the universe is giving them the people that they need in order to learn these lessons. Somebody wants to circumvent the process by way of divine feminine nature. Instead of doing the work, they want to hurry up and get pregnant. It's the kind of person that don't need to be a mother. I'm going to be honest, you know. And I hate to say that, y'all. But their reasons are not good ones. This is somebody that would have a child just to sacrifice him. Knight of Wands in the reverse. They're desperate. Somebody's having a lot of sex. And they want to have a lot more sex under the moon is what it is. But the real divine feminine keeps balancing out her energy, which means that somebody can't be cloaked. Three of Cups in the reverse with the moon too. Child, they could be having sex orgies under the moon. to manifest fertility. Somebody could be having sex in the woods with the Three of Cups. It's like third-party situation, drinking. These people could be doing some weird stuff up under the moon. Clarify in the woods. The Lovers, I can't make it up. Somebody's doing some freaky shit out here in the woods. Under the moon, naked. I just heard naked and afraid. They're conjuring up something. Whatever it is, it's nasty. Somebody could be possessed with something, and somebody's sleeping with the person after they get possessed with something. Whatever this is, y'all, somebody's mating with a jinn, a demon. This is like demon sex. Like, I ain't even trying to be funny. Three of Cups in the reverse. It's like everybody's like slopping sweat and spit and secretions with each other in the woods while they burn candles and shit to some type of fertility goddess. Overly sexed, okay? Trying to manifest something. Clarify these people in the woods. What the hell? They feel like this is the way to manifest a lover? Yeah, look, Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Abusing nature. Abusing Gaia, earth energy towards Virgo Capricorn. It's in the reverse. So this is misuse of earth magic. Manipulation magic. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse is a witch. This is somebody really androgynous, though. With Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, they're androgynous. They could consider themselves to be like a wizard. Somebody could prefer women. Okay. This shit's so deep. Who the hell is this? Who are these people? Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is also a woman that denounces her femininity. So it's almost like she's okay dominating people, doing spell work over women who sleep with men. That's the way she feels she gets her masculine energy. So she uses feminine energy as a portal. Okay? By way of this magic. And then she sleeps with the women. Very twisted ass energy. Clarify in the woods, y'all weirdos. Y'all some weirdos. Yeah. Everybody sitting up looking dumb. Four of Swords. This is like a spiritual parasite. This is like a STD, a sexually transmitted demon. Four of Swords. They're infected with some shit they conjured up. Sleeping in the woods. Clarify the woods. I had a dream about the woods, y'all. 3 nights in a row. I had a dream about the woods, and I'm like, what the hell is going on in the woods? What? Some of these people could be blindfolded. If people are being led there, if they're taking people into these seances and practices or whatever this is, they don't want them to know. I just heard undisclosed location, something like that. Queen of Wands in the reverse. There's another witch here. So there's 2 witches. Queen of Wands in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles. 2 women, they sleep together. And one of them only sleeps with women, and one of them sleeps with women and men. This is not about sex, okay? With all due respect to the LGBTQ, whatever your preference. This is about magic. This is about energy. This is what this is about, harvesting. This is what this is about. It has nothing to do with, oh, I prefer a woman. But they're also infected with some type of succubus spirit that has to have sex. Insatiable spirit. Yeah. Page of Pentacles too. Big Capricorn energy. Okay, somebody is asking a fertility god, deity, something, whatever this is, in this spring, summertime energy. Somebody wants to mate and have a child. This is the purpose for all this sex in the woods, cloaking, whatever this is. This is a whole nother group that we're channeling. So we've already channeled the person that's going to travel to a distance, only to find out that they shouldn't have fucked around and found out. Okay. Now, this is somebody else. This is a whole nother group. Somebody's trying to have a child. And they're giving this child up as an offering. Promising some type of deity or energy that if you allow me to be impregnated, if you allow me to have this child, I'm going to give you this child. Clarify. Yeah. But divine intervention keeps coming in. This person's womb is blocked. The universe is not allowing this person to manifest this child. 5 of Wands. Somebody needs to be pregnant to have a child in order to balance out some type of karma. Some type of karmic debt. Some type of spiritual warfare with the 5 of Wands. This person could be in competition with the divine feminine. Yeah, look. They're jealous. Five of Wands, jealousy. Queen of Wands in the reverse, reckless, promiscuous, jealous. I feel like this person is just, I feel like they want to manifest this love energy, goddess essence energy, hoping that they accidentally slip and fall on divine D. I'm going to keep it real. But they keep running into these Knight of Wands in the reverse. They just having sex and getting parasites. That's it. The universe is like, we're not supporting that energy. What is that? That's breaking spiritual law. You know, these children are not being created out of love. It's out of necessity for some type of next level diabolicalness. No, we're not feeding that. Okay, what is that? We're not funding the deal. Four of Pentacles. This is to harvest off of the true divine feminine nature. With the Four of Pentacles, that's what somebody wants to do. Is to harvest off the true divine feminine nature in order to have a child. So in the process, they're also doing conflict spells, sex magic. They could be trying to siphon energy through pictures, Reiki magic, something like that, to get this divine feminine essence, at least enough of it that it will create what appears to be a smoke screen and a smoke signal to the divine masculine by way of the divine feminine's essence. But this is not a real divine feminine. Somebody just needs a little bit. Somebody's like, can I just get a little bit of the essence? Like, no, bitch, you're rotten, you're fishy, you're nasty. You're the Queen of Wands in the reverse. Jealous, belligerent, controlling, misuse of power. There's two of them here. There's two of them. There could be a third. Who's the third person in the woods with these people? Yeah, there's a third person. Definitely earth energy. There could be a Capricorn. Or somebody has those placements. There's three of them. Three of Cups in the reverse and Three of Pentacles in the reverse. I mean, in the upright. I said reverse. Maybe eventually they'll be in the reverse with justice energy. Okay? This is a wrap. I don't know what this is. There could be... They're doing some type of moon magic. Worshiping the moon. Pulling at the moon's energy. Pulling at Oshun's energy. Fertility, Ishtar energy. Any fertile goddess energy they're trying to conjure up, but they keep getting rejected. Divine intervention is here. Somebody needs a child. They need a lover. They need a divine masculine. They keep getting Knight of Wands in the reverse. They're praying to put the divine masculine in a lustful energy with glamour spells. This is an old cycle that somebody's trying to resurrect. It's done. With the Empress and the Seven of Cups, it's like glamour beauty, glamour spells. A man that can't resist somebody. Clarify the divine masculine, but the divine masculine has ascended. Yeah, look, they want your seed so they can give birth to a star. What's the purpose for these babies? For sacrificial purposes, I just heard. Look, I can't make this up. These are marriages that are not ordained. And when I mean marriages, like when you sleep with somebody or lay down with them, that's your wife, that's your husband, right? If you're a man, did you not just wear her ring by way of her vagina? Okay, that's your wife. So careful where you put your penis. Okay? These are illegitimate children. This is out of manipulation, cultivation for some type of a sacrifice with the Hierophant in the reverse. I can't make this up. Ill-gotten gains. So somebody's willing to have children and sacrifice them in order to stay in some type of position of what they believe is power in the woods, in the dark realm, or even beyond that. Clarify these people in the woods. What's going on in the woods? Yeah, this shit ain't gonna fly. They don't even see it coming. They too busy having sex, catching parasites, trying to hold on to divine feminine energy and harvest it when they can't. Somebody could be working over one little funky ass picture, trying to channel some type of energy. Give me this energy. What did I just see? I just saw something. A tower. King of Cups energy. Seven of Pentacles. You got somebody heavily invested in your energy, trying to take your energy. King of Cups. It could be a feminine and a masculine's energy. They're about to catch a tower. Scorpionic energy. Whoever this person is. Yep, I can't make it up. They're about to catch a tower. I just heard this Queen of Wands. So this could, somebody's birthday could be in November. This Queen of Pentacles could be an Aries, Taurus. They're about to catch a tower. Yeah, and they're working with the King of Swords. Clarify. Yeah, this is the person that they go possibly to get readings from, or when they can't do divination, they go to somebody else for their expertise. This King of Swords, this is the one that's about to get like hurt. Somebody's watching the entire thing. Somebody's watching the entire thing. Whoever this person is that's trying to destiny swap with you, they're a fool. They look stupid. They look dumb. Temperance energy. They really believe that this is going to be successful. You got Temperance, Sagittarius energy. It's a November Scorpio that's karmic, that's stupid as shit, that's about to get their ass whooped by the universe. Too busy trying to be this Queen of Wands in a reverse. And they're very promiscuous. Somebody has a lot of sex partners. You know? I'm not into sex shaming if that's what you're into. But when you really look at stuff from a higher perspective by way of the High Priestess, Ace of Wands, like unprotected, pull out game is weak type energy. You're not like you taking on so many demons and child. Whew. You know, High Priestess, you know what it feels like to break a soul tie. Can you imagine? No, I don't want to imagine it. Somebody's just taking on parasites, and whoever they lay down with is taking on parasites too. This person is a fool. Somebody wants your destiny. But they gonna end up hurt. Nine of Wands, more fire energy. I'm telling you, this is a karmic November Scorpio. And they're working with the Cancerian. Both you bitches are about to fry. Both of you bitches are about to fry. Y'all couldn't leave well enough alone. You thought you was pressure. You thought you was pressure. I could see everything. I'm seeing it. Nine of Swords. There's a Cancerian here too. Okay? This could be another group. I just heard these hoes tried to hex you and make you sick. Oh, whoa. Nine of Swords. You got a Cancerian and a November Scorpio that were both trying to harvest off of your energy because they're broke. They're busted. One of them is sick. One of them is not well. They got health issues. They tried to lay you out, lay you down. Three of Wands in a reverse. Somebody doesn't see this coming. They don't see this coming. Spirit is even guiding me to put this reading out at a certain time. Because they could be watching tarot. Queen of Pentacles in a reverse. This is like 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of witches in the power of 3. All coming for the High Priestess, divine feminine energy. They're very selective. These are people that tried to tap into your Akashic records. Okay? They're very selective by way of the divine feminines that they go after. They know that you are pressure. Do you hear me? If you even think to go into your shadow, I promise you, it's going to make it worse than it's already getting for them. This Cancerian person is in the Nine of Swords. Who is collaborating with a Scorpio, November, who's a fool, who think they just gonna dilly-dally their way right on down the yellow brick road, wearing your energy. Somebody could already be pregnant with something that they know nothing about. I can't make this up. When you do spell work to get pregnant, I'm gonna tell you something. There's so many layers to it. You don't know what you're pregnant with. Y'all ever seen the movie Beloved? If you've never seen it, I encourage you to watch it. Beloved, somebody's pregnant with some shit they don't even know about. If somebody's pregnant, because somebody's pregnant, they could be having issues in their pregnancy. Yeah, it's the Scorpio. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's the Scorpio that's pregnant. Clarify? Yeah. Lovers in a reverse. This child was not created out of love. This child was created to be a sacrifice. Lovers in a reverse. Karmic love story. It's a karmic ass feminine trying to be a divine feminine, trying to siphon off of your energy, trying to feed off of your divine essence. This person's about to get messed up. The universe says, I'm going to make sure of it. I can't make this up. Didn't I just tell you this ain't no real feminine? Empress in a reverse. Out here shopping for divine D. This person could be pregnant. They don't know what they're pregnant with. Because they did some type of spell work. One of these women is pregnant. Now, this does not go for the other people in the woods. I don't see these people in the woods. I see this is like another group. I'm just picking up on all you wicked ass bitches and witches that keep coming for real divine feminine energy, and you don't want to do the work. So you comfortable in your shadow energy. They pride themselves. I hear somebody saying, I'm pressure. Bitch, you ain't pressure for nobody with this raggedy ass, low vibrational ass energy. And a divine masculine is not coming towards you. One of these women is pregnant. There's a Cancerian, karmic Cancerian, and a karmic ass Scorpio. November, I'm about to call you bitches out. That's collaborating, and you keep attacking divine feminine energy. But now the Ace of Wands is here, so now we able to see. Yeah, the sun just came out. The veil has been lifted. Didn't I just tell you? Slut bucket ass energy, sex magic ass energy. One of these people is pregnant with something they don't even know about because they did a ritual around this sex experience. Sexual experiment, witchcraft to get pregnant. You don't know what you're pregnant with. Whatever agreement somebody made with the deity, they're impregnated with it. And they don't even know it, that they're harvesting and harnessing some type of demonic force. It's not a starseed child. Divine intervention is here. Clarify. Oh, this person's about to get a rude awakening. Not a source. This person is slick. You know, they move throughout the ethers in a way that people don't suspect them. Okay. They take a little bit at a time and hope that it builds up by way of harvesting energy with the Knight of Swords in the reverse. This person also gossips, talks bad. Yeah. Whoever this water sign is, this is 2 water signs is what I feel. Wherever this karmic Cancerian is, this person's about to lose it all. 5 of Pentacles. Or they could be leaving this person out in the cold. Let's just see. Clarify. Oh, that card fell too fast. Hold on, y'all. And I'm going to take it exactly the way it fell. Yeah, this person is leaving this person out in the cold. So if they were collaborating together, somebody is like acting like they didn't see nothing. They don't want to collaborate. This Cancerian is like, hell no. 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. I just heard in an attempt to get your 10 of Pentacles in your partnership. Yeah, you're coming up as a Queen of Cups energy. So you're a Queen of Cups. Clarify. And somebody's abusing their power. I can't make this up. The Emperor in the reverse. Somebody was abusing their power. So somebody was coming into divine feminine energy as a masculine, an abusive masculine. Kind of like a collaboration of your past pain partners. Partners that have caused you pain. Yeah, somebody was trying to play in your memories and come off as an abusive masculine so that you would always be under this assumption that this was your ex doing this. No, this is feminines. These are feminines probably that you don't even know. Yeah, clarify. This Cancerian is sneaky. They're coming up as a man. It's a feminine. Because whenever you see feminines attack feminine energy, they're always going to come up as a diabolical ass man because their testosterone and their feminine energy is not in balance. It's like the universe is saying, why are you attacking yourself? True divine feminine energy in balance don't attack real divine feminine energy. Queen of Cups, they were coming for your pure energy. King of Cups, so they're coming as a divine masculine. Possibly in a very sexual way. 7 of Swords being sneaky and deceptive with the Empress in the reverse. These are some raggedy ass, fragmented ass, tarnished ass, feminine energies, if to even call them that. Lovers in the reverse. They have no love for divine feminine energy. Somebody spends all day trying to harvest your energy, child. Page of Wands in the reverse, they could be flipping cards all day too to see if their work is happening or working from the night before. So somebody likes to go out in the night. The freaks come out at night. This is when they like to come out. This is what I just heard. Okay, slipping and sliding in the ethers. 7 of Swords, but you too protected. So you could have had to whoop somebody's ass in the ethers. You got the Page of Wands in the reverse. Bad news. Whoever this person is that does this, somebody lays up all day, possibly trying to restore themselves because they're weak. Okay, thank you, Holy Spirit. And then they go hunting in the night. They're getting nothing but bad news. Yeah, look, astral projection. 3 of Wands. If somebody don't astral project in the night, they ain't got no power for the next day. They could also be doing readings in the night to to try to project this energy onto you. This shit's getting blocked. Anybody that's trying to falsify readings, let their ass be embarrassed in front of everybody for all to see. I call down judgment. There's somebody that is doing readings in the evening, in the night, in the witching hour between midnight and 5 a.m. Okay, they could be in the public eye, or maybe they're not. It don't matter. This is a part of their witchcraft where they try to speak into existence bad outcomes by way of foresight, using other people's energies. These are people that love to go live. I just heard. Going live is not a bad thing when you're in the hands of somebody who is a real reader, somebody very, very kind and loving. But some of these people harvest off of their readers' energy, use your energy to project it onto the readings to cultivate their own personal diabolical ass pursuits. Somebody loves the witching hour. This is about stability, money, gifts. Page of Wands. Somebody's wishing bad through tarot. With the Three of Wands, foresight. They're being sneaky, deceptive because they have their own personal pursuit. King of Cups. This is somebody that has some type of insight. This is a feminine. Clarify? Yeah, this is somebody that communicates. Eight of Wands. Somebody could be a speaker. Somebody could be a reader. Clarify? Yeah, they're isolated. They stay to themselves. So this person always goes unsuspected. People really don't see them. Okay? Whatever this is, they're leaving something out in the cold. Something backfired on that ass. You know, you got people that are going to test your power. They're going to test your spiritual gangster. Whoever this person is, with all due respect, they did something and they backed up off you real quick. Maybe they just needed to make sure that you was the real deal. I don't know. But this Cancerian is not with the shits. Maybe that's why the Three of Cups is in the reverse and somebody's not collaborating with whoever it is Karmic ass November Scorpio is. Clarify? This person is leaving this person behind. They're even coming up as the Cancerian energy that I said that they were. This is a feminine. Okay? Moon energy. Yamaya energy. Oshun energy. Ishtar energy. Fertile energy. Fertility. Somebody knew that they were violating spiritual law and they got in line real quick. Somebody's like, ooh, shit, let me get back. Okay, I'm not fooling with that. Yeah, good for you. Stop doing that. Don't do that. You're going to get your ass hurt. You think you pressure? You can't be pressure when you're breaking spiritual law because you're attacking people. That's not pressure. That's not power. That's weak. I promise you, divine feminine, if you got in your shadow, they don't want no smoke. Let them take themselves out. And whoever this November Scorpio is, she comes up as a reckless masculine because, again, it's unnatural. These women have issues with their feminine nature. So they could come off very aggressive. They could come off very androgynous, more masculine than they are feminine because they've been violated by a masculine. They're unhealed in their core, in their root chakra, in their erogenous zone, in their sexual energy. So they're very bitter and angry at their past lovers. They've not released this energy. So instead of being in their femininity, what they don't realize that they're doing unconsciously is they're blocking their healing. So they come off as men. They come off as the men that hurt them. They're carrying that energy. These women have not transmuted this insidious behavior, rapist energy. So now y'all messed up, fragmented feminists out here trying to rape divine feminine energy? Bitch, are you crazy? You better go get some spiritual help. You better go get some doggone spiritual help. Did I not just say? Go get you some spiritual help. Like literally, somebody's messed up. The way they think is fragmented. If this person was cheated on by a lot of women, okay, they're triggered by feminine women. They're triggered by beautiful women. Inside and out, aesthetically, internally, spiritually, energetically, they're triggered. Because it just reminds them of these abusive men that they're taking on the energy of. Now y'all out here being abusive ass men and y'all supposed to be in your feminine nature? Somebody tried to tap into that energy. Whoever this Cancerian is, she didn't jump the timeline so doggone fast. She like hell to the gnaw. She can't even speak a curse over you in her tarot. I don't know what the hell she thought she was doing, but you better back your punk ass up. You ain't no pressure. That's not power. What is that? That's not power. Trying to manifest outcomes through your cards. This is what I see. You like to hover over everybody. That's what you like to do. Well, now we're hovering over you. Okay? Y'all don't like that. Right? You don't like that. Tapping into people's privacy is what I just heard. Illegally tapping into people's energy. Energetic field. Sending spirits. Clarify the spirit. Yeah, hermit energy. Somebody's always isolated because they don't want to get found out. They're always consulting with the spirits. Somebody stay in the spirit realm all day. Too much. Wherever this Cancerian is. And let me tell you what this consultation was about. They got a spirit or something that they got that's on their altar. I don't know what this is you talking to or whatever this is. An angel, a demon, whatever. Okay? With the Hermit and the Three of Pentacles, let me tell you what the spirit told this person. Yeah, you might want to let that go. Move right along. Whatever this person is consulting with, talking to spirits, somebody's into necromancy, somebody's into talking to spirits. They could have dolls in their house or something like that, or something on their altar. And I hate to put your business out here, ma'am, but I feel like you learned your lesson real quick. I feel like after you consulted with these spirits or whatever this was, they told you to get the hell out of Dodge, that whoever you was trying to tap into their energy, no, it's a no. King of Cups energy, big Cancerian energy. This is a feminine. They come out masculine. This person's not in a relationship. They're not interested in a relationship, which is why they're coming out very, very masculine. This person is still healing, okay? Respectfully. I respect that. Okay? Clarify. This is a reader. Page of Wands. They give information. King of Wands. They was collaborating with whoever this other feminine is. Okay? They're coming out as men. They choose to come out as men in the Divine Collective readings so that they go undetected. It is a cloaking mechanism so that people never know that it's really feminines coming out in this energy. So that you attach this energy to your past experiences when these people are trying to attack you. Clarify. Somebody's birthday could be in July. Empress energy. It's not a bad person. I feel like it's somebody that tested your gangster though. I do. I feel like they collaborated with the wrong person. This person communicates. Somebody does readings. Somebody communicates for a living. Yeah, somebody backed up real quick. This person can see a lot. If they were under the impression that you were somebody to be attacked, they're not thinking like that no more. Yep. And whoever this was that they were working with knows that they don't have this person's support. Somebody's like, no, I'm not doing that. Whoever this person is, this is a real empress though. That's what's so crazy. Even though she's coming up as a king, masculine energy, she's a real feminine empress. She's very tapped in. She absolutely does consult with her spirit team. With the Three of Pentacles, this could be readings, communication. She listens. And if she was assisting somebody, it was under some type of an illusion and a lie, and she figured it out with the Hermit. So this is somebody that tried to get her involved in something based on a lie with the Nine of Swords. She's moving along. She ain't got time. The Fool. She's leaving this person behind. She's like, you crazy. You lied. I was helping you. This person could have been doing some type of protective spell work for this person. Somebody was helping them. Somebody consulted with their spirit team, realizing that they're helping the wrong person attack people based on a lie. And somebody's like, It's a feminine in her fragmented, like, masculine energy. Clarify? Yeah, look. I can't make this up. Fragmented feminine energy. Look at this person. They messed up. Mentally. Addicted. Addictive thinking. Having to win. Overindulging on toxicity. Nasty energy. Nine of Swords. The devil. Yeah, somebody realized they were helping the enemy. Somebody's like, what the hell? This Cancerian person is looking in the opposite direction. Like, bitch, I don't know you. But they were helping this person. They were absolutely helping this person under some form of an illusion. They could have been helping this person attack you. You're coming up as a Queen of Cups. So you got a Queen of Cups, Cancerian, that could have been attacking another water sign. This could be 3 water signs. Let me just keep it real. You got a karmic ass, raggedy ass November Scorpio here. Okay? You got a Cancerian here that's coming up as the Empress that was helping a raggedy ass diabolical Scorpio. And you could be a Pisces, Cancer, or a Scorpio too. It's 3 water signs, 3 intuitive people. 2 people now that are using their power for good. Because if this person was assisting this person, it is no more. Clarify? Somebody wanted your intuition. And this person is sick. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep it above. Okay, this person is sick. They're stressed out. They wanted a new body. That's what they wanted. They wanted some vitality. They wanted some strength. Something like that. Something's fated to happen. This is a fated ending. This is not something that I'm wishing on this person. This is something that they know. That's why they're in the 9 of Swords. So their final attempt, their final whatever was to harvest energy enough, so much so that they could attack other people and get some type of health reversal, a new body or something like that, whatever this is. But honestly, I feel like this person is impregnated with something, y'all, that they know nothing about. Something demonic. Something's got a hold on this person. If they're pregnant, they conjured up something, because I feel like I'm picking up on somebody that could be pregnant as well, that made an offering to a deity or something like that, or a promise. Whatever this is, they don't even know what they're pregnant with. This thing or energy or entity that they're supposed to give birth to could possibly take them out. 2 of Cups. These people were partnered up. So this Cancerian and this November Scorpio were partnered up. Clarify? Now this Cancerian is moving away from this person. Yeah. Leaving them out in the cold. I can't make this up. Somebody's like, you told me you needed my help. I thought you were doing the right thing. I was helping you based on the fact that you told me you really needed my help. And even if this person knew that they were wrong attacking you, they were trying to help this person out. They don't want to be associated. They're disconnecting their energy. This person is blocking this person in the ethers telepathically. Somebody consulted. 3 of Pentacles. They could have even gone to somebody a little bit more tapped in than themselves to get a second opinion. Because whoever this Empress is, Cancerian energy is, she tapped in. I ain't gonna lie. She absolutely is some pressure when she's in her divine feminine energy, being a beautiful teacher, helping people, moving forward, going within. But she got a spirit team. She consulted with somebody and found out this person is about to go down. And she like, what? I'm helping somebody that, yeah. Did you know that this person was doing this? No, they didn't know. This was a shock to this Cancerian. So this other person could have been blocking this person's intuition to get them to help them. In order to get them to help them, you got the Page of Swords in the reverse. This was bad news for this person. That's messed up. This is somebody's friend. This person could have reached out to this person. They could have cultivated a friendship. I don't think these people knew each other like that. If somebody's online, somebody could have reached out to this person online like, hey, I need a reading. Hey, can you how much do you charge for spell work? This is what I'm getting. And somebody put up some type of protection over this person while they were behind the scenes doing dark stuff to other people. Somebody needed a shield. Now they're in the 9 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. Something's irreversible. 9 of Swords. Yeah, somebody's getting bad news. Divine intervention is here, y'all. This is like somebody's end. There's a feminine that was also attacking a divine masculine. Trying to harvest divine feminine energy and trying to attack a divine masculine. The Emperor. Now divine intervention is here. Yeah, this is over. Literally. 4 swords in the reverse, it can't be changed. Whoever this Cancerian is, whoever this person is, whether you knew this person or not, I don't know who this is. They saw the outcome and they were guided by their spirit team or somebody that they're consulting with to get the hell up out the way because something's coming down on this person's life. Yeah. 9 of Cups. The number 9. Scorpio, death, endings. A sacrifice needed to be made is what I heard in order to bring balance in the universe. Somebody couldn't keep coming for you. Divine intervention. I can't make it up. The universe got involved. Whoever this Cancerian is, she knows that. She knows it. They could have watched you transmute some type of energy or something like that. I feel like with the Page of Swords in the reverse, these two were gossiping. Maybe somebody had called down judgment on you. Somebody thought you were a bad person. And this is why you have to do your due diligence, especially as a spiritualist. You can't just assume the people coming to you need your help for good reasons. You have to go within. You got to talk to your spirit team. Everybody's not somebody that you need to pray for or put up some type of protection spell on because you're attaching yourself to their karma. So whoever this person is, she used this person as a shield of protection in order to attack other people to get her strength up. This is a vampire. 4 of Swords in the reverse. She's exhausted. She never does anything in real time is what I heard. This person has a schedule. 2 of Swords because of confusion. They want to create confusion. So somebody has a schedule. Meaning they could sleep all day, rest up, and then harvest in the night. Okay? Hermit energy, isolated energy. So that people can't predict when they're going to do something. But again, somebody needs energy in order to get energy. And somebody's too protected. The Divine Collective is too protected with the 7 of Wands. Whoever this friend is, they know it. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Divine Angels. Thank you, Archangel Michael. Thank you, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for coming to do the healing work. I just heard your faith and your strength has been restored. So you could have called back your power, Divine Collective. Some of you could have said, you know what? Get the hell about my energy. Yeah, this is like a feminine, a femme fatale, fragmented feminine coming off as a toxic male energy. Like, girl, that's how you going out? Anything else for the Divine Collective, Holy Spirit? Yeah. Moving forward, 2 of Wands, foresight. May is going to be a good month, clarify. For those of you in the public eye, okay? This is like channeling new timeline energy. Remember, part of the spell work that these people were conjuring up in the woods, in the back of the house, in the basement dwellers, whatever they were doing, it doesn't matter. In the grave, a yard. Stop playing in the graveyard unless you want to live there. Stop digging graves for people unless you're digging one for yourself. This is where we're at. It's 2025. We ain't got time. So remember, part of the spell work was to distort the Divine Collective energy by way of psychic abilities so that it would be skewed, so that we wouldn't channel new timeline energy, only outdated cycles, stuff that was old, stuff like that. So now that that's been dismantled, okay, I just heard there's a clearing of the path with the 2 of Wands and a star. For those of you in the foresight, I feel like there's more people that are about to get recognition. Clarify. They're about to get more recognition. A Tower is here. This is really going to divide the spiritual community, y'all. Let me just keep it real, okay? I don't do readings on readers unless they come up in the energy. I'm not interested in what somebody is saying somewhere else. You stay over there, I stay over here, whatever. But if your ass is diabolical and you come up in spiritual court, I'm obligated to the Most High God, not anybody else. It's not a popularity contest, right? Spiritual court is a real agreement for me. Like I take my vows to spiritual court and the divine very seriously. And I will until the day I take my last breath. But I got a long time to be here. Because I really do want righteous justice and judgment for people that are really doing the right thing. That's what's up. That's real. You can test that energy. I don't like injustice. I don't like people doing stuff to people for no reason. Because they can't find nothing better to do on the planet. Bitch, all these hobbies out here, you can't go plant no flowers. You can't do a pedicure. You just out here attacking people like that's how you validate your life? Sinking your own battleship? That's what you came back into the earth to do? You got life messed up, honey. So yeah, there's people that are about to be vindicated, I just heard. All that gossiping and shit behind the scenes. Well, I heard this reader said this. Well, I heard this reader said that. Yeah, this reader. You had other people trying to stab people in the back, trying to do witchcraft on other platforms. Bitch, if you don't get in your lane, if you don't mind the business that pays you, if you ain't got no business, go buy some. Go find some. But what you will do is leave these real stars alone, because there's people in the public eye that are about to be vindicated. You got the Two of Wands and the Star in the Tower. Like, this is like the spiritual community being able to see, like the mask is off. Look at the Tower. You're going to have people jumping ship. You're going to be like, damn, did you hear about what happened to such and such? No, we ain't heard about it, but we already saw it. What the hell? What the helly? What the hell? What the helly? What the... I just had to have a commercial break and break up some of this weird ass monotony. Yeah, it's a hell to the no. It'll always be a hell to the no. Yeah, the lovers. You got somebody on a public platform that really got a love for the spiritual community. This person's about to get their flowers. The lovers and the Star, the Tower. Somebody could have been trying to attack you, stop you, because they know that you're about to go to the next level. I just heard your life is divinely engineered, in alignment. 9 of Cups. That's what's up. You deserve it. You deserve your flowers. Thank you for all that you do for the Divine Collective. Thank you. These people tried to put you in poverty. They didn't want you to ascend. They could have been trying to affect your donations and your monetization. These are jealous people behind the scenes who have no rank, who have no power, who have no foresight. They have no gifts. They're not ordained to do this. They're just being diabolical. And they're really in like this mindset of, you know, that's the role that they're supposed to play. Okay? You will recover. That's what I just heard. You're about to get your flowers. 3 of Pentacles. Because people are talking about you. You know you made it when you got people talking about you that you don't even know. They're like, well, I heard. It's like, well, oh, what's your name? I don't even know you. But they didn't heard so much about you. They know so much about you. These people aren't tapped in. They're tapped out. Trickster spirits. They got trickster demons talking to them. They really believe what this gossip is. They really believe it. Yeah. I just heard the universe say, go run tell that, with the Knight of Wands energy. Knight of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. It's like passionately in pursuit to go run, go tell somebody something. Yeah, go run tell that. Yeah. In the public eye. You're about to be vindicated. You are the sun. You're happy. You're passionate. You have a true love for the collective. Whoever I'm talking to. I feel like I'm talking to several readers. Your life is in alignment. I feel like I'm talking to one particular reader as well. Yeah, these people were trying to block your money. They got to give that back. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is confirmation. You already know this. You could have felt like your numbers were a little off. Your donations were a little off. Yeah, somebody was trying to stop that. Okay, you weren't the only one I just heard. Yeah. King of Cups energy. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. You're intuitive. You're psychic. You could be a masculine. You could be a feminine. But you speak the truth. Queen of Swords energy. I can't make this up. I can't make it up. Clarify the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. They got to run back that money. Yeah, they got to run back that money. These people are greedy. Look, this is all they care about. They don't care about spirituality. They don't care about people's mental states. They don't care about if these readings are affecting people's lives. They could give a damn. They could give a damn. All they care about is get the likes up. You know what I mean? Get the likes up and give me a little bit of money. Okay? They don't care. This is not a passion. This is like the devil being turned on his ass with the Ace of Pentacles. Getting caught in the ethers for trying to come for your money. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse and the devil in the reverse. I just heard the devil in the red dress. Yeah, these are greedy people that were mad. They didn't want to see you win, but you are winning. I can't make this up. Spiritual court is now in session. You absolutely do run a platform. You are spiritual court. There's different variations of spiritual court. We got a whole bunch of collaborators in spiritual court out here on these spiritual streets, honey, doing the work. And you absolutely bring some type of divine and righteous justice and judgment. I am so honored to channel this energy respectfully. I won't dig any deeper, but I will tell you this, Earth Angel energy, you are absolutely radiant. And the reason I won't dig any deeper is because I'm being guided by my spirit team not to, out of respect for you. But this needs to be showcased This energy needs to be put out into the ethers. For those of you that are really out here doing that beautiful body of work, they can't stop your money no more. They can't stop your spiritual gifts. The devil's on his ass. The devil's on his head. The devil is running to and fro. Some of these people don't have a physical body. I'm going to leave it there. Some of these entities don't have a physical body. Whatever they conjured up, child, is running to and fro. Principalities, whatever. Shit they knew nothing about. Okay? A lot of them are trying to get into your energy too, by the way. These are people that are coming to get readings. Trickster energies. They figured if they had put you in the Five of Pentacles, that you would be desperate for money. But you stayed 10 toes down. Eight of Swords energy. This is a trap. You know it. Clarifying. Readings. Getting readings. Yeah. They want to attach themselves to this overflow. Divine intervention. You know who to do readings for, and you know who not to do readings for. And just for those of you that keep hitting me up for readings, I'm not doing readings at this time. I said initially not until September, October, but I really got to prepare for that, y'all. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to keep it real. If it was about the money, listen, I'd be doing readings. Okay, $500, $100, whatever. Listen, it's bigger than that. For those of you that really channel energy, you already know. This is bigger than that. This is bigger than that. But mostly because the divine really wants people to lean on their own intuition. Right? Not your understanding, but your inner standing. A lot of you already have the answers. A lot of you already know what it is that you're supposed to do. Yeah, look. You got the Lovers and you got the Ace of Cups. You got some people that genuinely love you, that genuinely do need guidance. And so you intuitively will be guided to do readings for them. And some of them you will have to turn down. Some of them will offer you money. If you're anything like me, which I'm the only person that could be me, but I mean this energetically, ethically, you know, by way of having a decent character. People just send you money and be like, I need a reading. I'd have returned thousands of dollars, y'all. Can I just be honest? Literally, I'm not playing. This one woman kept sending me money after money after money. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm like, what is going on? I said, no, this person's in spiritual trouble. She was just sending it. And I kept saying, no, I had to block the Cash App, y'all. All money ain't good money. It's energy. Sometimes these people want to attach to your abundance because they're running from some shit. They could have tried the destiny swap or something like that. They're running from some shit. Two of Wands, your destiny is clear. You got all this divinity and love and light. They're like, ooh, I need a reading. Here, I'll give you $800. Here, I'll give you $900. Here, I'll give you like, wait a minute, hold on. Yeah, because they feel defeated. For some of them, this is a form of repentance, I just heard, and atonement. To donate to an earth angel for something that they did is guilt. Yeah. I can't make it up. Atonement. Apology. So it's guilt. Yeah. These are people that destiny swapped. They could have unalived earth angels. They could have did spell work. They're the ones that really want to get close to you and come in and apologize. Because whoever they hurt, obviously, is not around, not available, or whatever they did by way of changing this person's life energetically. Whatever they did to violate somebody's spiritual energy, they're just like, they're trying to find anybody divine, you know, reader, nice to give to. It's their way of feeling as though that maybe they won't have to pay for that karma. Yeah. Queen of Pentacles energy. This is like abundant energy, harvesting energy, something like that. Yeah. Harvesting energy. Four of Pentacles. And now this stuff is backfiring. They feel hopeless. Yeah. They feel wounded. They feel guarded because they're being exposed. The Chariot energy, because we're balancing out light and dark, exposing what they've done. So Page of Cups, them donating, doing whatever, or whatever this is. Because I see somebody like wanting to come into this divine energy. This is a way to like apologize. It wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. When somebody thought that they were taking somebody's destiny, that's what I just heard. It wasn't all that it was cracked up to be. I just heard you got the money, the cars, and the hoes, and the clothes, you suppose. You just wanted to be successful. 10 of Wands, it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Now somebody's riddled with guilt. They can't sleep. Stay out this demonic ass work. Because even if you don't pay in this lifetime, you're going to pay. Karma's a bill. You're going to pay it. You're going to pay it. It always balances out. The universe sees everything. And this is why somebody's in the 10 of Wands. Somebody manifested a whole life, possibly a marriage, a house, some money, wealth off of an earth angel. And now they feel defeated. But wait, you got all the money in the bank. What's going on? I thought you said you're willing to do anything. Now they're coming in, apologizing, wanting to atone with earth angels. These are people that want to intermingle with the collective. We smell y'all. Okay? We know you're here. We know you're guarded. We know you're paranoid. We know. It's okay. These are the ones that are, God is a forgiving God. Yeah, but God is also a God of war. And sometimes we got to light a little fire to y'all asses. And sometimes you got to get burned up completely, consumed in that fire. We got to let that lion devour you. Because kindness wasn't enough for you to stop doing spell work. Let's just keep it real. Sometimes we got to come with that business. It's not personal. Head over heart decisions, unbiased energy, justice energy to balance out the scales. Yeah. Fruitful energy. Poverty. Most of them really don't want to lose their house. They don't want to be homeless. Okay, so they're doing like attachment, but they can't attach. Trying to attach to that abundance. 5 of Pentacles, a lot of them don't want, they see you in this single self-sufficient energy, but they don't know that this is in alignment with the divine contract. It's not that easy just to say, oh, I'm abundant. No, this is an alliance with self-love, decency, character. Can we go into our shadows? Yeah. They don't want us to go into our shadows. I keep saying that, but I feel like, they don't look at the Knight of Swords. They don't want us to go into our shadows. They wouldn't survive a day, a second, an hour, a minute of any projections that you could send back to them that belong to them. They couldn't take it. They're all getting exposed and burned by the sun. The sun represents hell, y'all. Period. It's fire. Hellfire. Lake of fire. Burning in hell. In a mental state. Way down. That's why the wands are here. Fire on that back. These people are left to deal with their own decisions. Okay? They can't find nobody to apologize to. Remember? It was worth more to them to win than it was to just be decent and do the work. That was too hard. The lovers, now they fighting for resources and in poverty. Isolated. Yeah. Feeling defeated. These are people that all they can do is show you love. That's all they can do. You got silent helpers here, collective. That are consulting the Chariot, helping the divine collective move forward. Yep. There was a lot of lies being told over a lot of innocent people. You're going to be vindicated. If you're on a platform, there was a lot of gossip, a lot of lies, a lot of slander. This was a part of spell work. This was so that people wouldn't listen to you, so that people wouldn't see you, so that people wouldn't get the truth, okay? There's a lot of people that genuinely want to apologize with the Page of Cups energy, okay? Yeah, or they're getting visions or something like that. Yeah, they're stressed out because something's getting exposed. So if they were attacking you, some of these people are genuinely sorry. They could have been under spells themselves with the 10 of Wands and the Sun. I'm also picking up on that energy as well. Yeah, divine intervention is here. There's nothing bigger than this, okay? Not a principality, not a death spell, not a whatever spell, not a whatever this is. There's nothing bigger than this Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups cannot be ignored. You can't denounce this divinity. That's what I just heard. So whatever somebody was saying, whatever was being exposed, it's over. Now they saying I'm looking crazy. A lot of these people lost their gifts. 3 of Wands in the reverse. Some of them were trying to block your gifts so that you couldn't see what they did. Some of these people just wanted to simply come in this Page of Cups energy, defeated energy, appearing to be a friend or apologizing or atoning without you having to see what it is that they've done in the past. A lot of them are trying to right their wrongs. That's not for everybody. That's a small group of people. That's a small group. Some of them were under some type of spell work, okay? Yeah. You got silent helpers. They're helping you. They're assisting you because the divine stepped in. Page of Swords, they're watching you. They're learning from you. These are people that misunderstood you, okay? Because they had lack of understanding, but now that they're being forced to go within, Page of Swords, they're being educated on what the divine looks like. This is the message. I love y'all. This was an extended reading. Hopefully this was helping somebody. Hopefully the comments section is decent and in order. If there's any people, you know, coming along to try to spread some type of weird ass energy, it's already been blocked. In the future, right now, by the time this video uploads, trust me, it's already been blocked, okay? So I just recommend that you find something else to do. For those of you that were able to focus on this reading and enjoy it and get clarification, confirmation, that really does make me happy. I'm really happy about that. I love you so much. Thank you for your love, your support. If this resonated, give it a thumbs up. If you decide not to, that's absolutely fine. I support you in the energy. And I will see you in the next video. Until then, as always, peace be with you.